Monsieur Morisot was strolling along the boulevard one bright January morning, his hands in his trousers pockets and stomach empty. He suddenly came face to face with an acquaintance, Monsieur Sauvage, a fishing chum. Before the war broke out, Morisot had been in the habit where every Sunday morning he would meet in this very spot Monsieur Sauvage, a stout, jolly little man, a draper in the Rue Notre Dame de Lorette, and also an ardent fisherman. They often spent half the day side by side, rod in hand and feet dangling over the water, and a warm friendship had sprung up between the
When
two.
shall we go fishing again?
They walked along side by side, reflective and sad, to think of the good times that they used to have. They entered a small cafe and took an absinthe together. And then they resumed their walk along the pavement. Morissette stopped suddenly and said, "Shall we have another absinthe?" He said. "Well, if you like," agreed Monsieur Sauvage, and they entered another wine shop. Monsieur Sauvage suggested a place for both of them to go fishing. He said that he knew someone that could easily get them past through the checkpoint. They separated to fetch their rods and lines, and an hour later they were walking side by side on the high road. Presently, they reached the villa occupied by the colonel. He smiled at their request and granted it. They
When do you
resumed
guys
their
want to go?
walk, furnished with a password.
Alright, I will give you the password.
Made their way through deserted Columbus and found themselves on the outskirts of the small vineyards which bordered the
The Prussians.
Seine.
Onion.
It was about 11 o'clock.
Any of them?
Before them lay the village of Argenteuil, apparently lifeless.
Come. Let's go. Just let us be careful.
They made their way through one of the vineyards, bent double, creeping along beneath the cover afforded by the vines, with eye and ear alert. Morisot placed his ear to the ground to check whether footsteps were coming their way. He heard nothing. They managed to catch a lot of fishes, one after another. Suddenly, they heard rumbling sound of the cannons, which seemed to come from the base of the earth.
They are at it again.
What fools they are to kill one another like this?
They are worse than animals.
It will be like this as long as there are governments.
The Republic should have not start a war.
Monsieur Morisot, with a mad tone, stated that under a king we have foreign wars, under a republic we have civil war.
Such is life.
Say rather, such is death.
Suddenly, there were a few men who came to them, fully loaded with weapons.
Have you had good luck in your fishing?
Not bad, I see, but we have something else to talk about. Listen and don't be alarmed.
No one will ever know. You will return to your house peacefully and the secret disappears with you. But if you do anything funny, then death will await you. You must know that in my eyes, you are two spies sent to scout me and my movements. Naturally, I captured you and I shoot you on sight, but you pretended to be fishing to disguise your real errands here. You have fallen into my hands and must take the consequences such as war. But I see you came here from that outpost over there. And Tell me the password and I will let you go. Now, come on. No one will ever know about this. I will spare your life.
The two fishermen remained silent. The German turned and gave an order in his own language, and both of the other soldiers stand side by side, while Morisot and Salvage were on their knee, side by side as well. A ray of sunlight made the still quivering fish glisten like silver, and they both said a final goodbye to each other.